rise for the Pledge Allegiance. Pledge allegiance to the flag
of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call, please.
Councilmember Irby. Here. Councilmember Page.
Here.
Councilmember Wassinger.
Here.
Councilmember O'Meara.
Here.
Councilmember Dolan.
Here.
Councilmember O'Leary. Councilmember Harder.
Here.
Mr. Chairman, we have a quorum.
Move approval for the Journal of Meeting of February 9, 2016.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it. Motion carries. Journal is approved. Bid openings. We have no bid openings. Move to communications.
Mr. Chairman, there are no tax compromises this evening. We will move to zoning matters. Under zoning matters, we have item number 1, 6th District.
Receive, file, and the county council be directed to prepare the appropriate legislation.
So ordered.
Item number 2, 7th District.
Receive and file.
So ordered.
There are no road and bridge matters this evening, so we'll move to other communications. Under other communications, we have item number 1.
Receive and file. Same motion for item number 2, and that will be the order.
Item number 3.
Receive, file, and the county council be directed to prepare the appropriate legislation. That will be the order.
Item number 4, 6th District.
Receive and file. Same motion for item number 5.
So ordered.
Item number 6, 7th District.
Receive and file and refer to the county counselor, to the Department of Planning, and to the Department of Revenue, and to the Board of Education, or election commissioners.
So ordered.
Item number 7, 2nd District.
Receive, file, and the county council be directed to prepare the appropriate legislation.
So ordered.
Item number 8, 1st District.
Same motion.
So ordered.
Item number 9, 5th District.
Same motion.
So ordered.
Item number 10, 6th District.
Bless you. Thank you. Same motion.
So ordered.
Item number 11, 1st District.
Same motion.
Item number 12.
Same motion. That would be the order.
Item number 13, 2nd District.
Receive, file, and the county council be directed to prepare the appropriate legislation.
So ordered.
Item number 14, 3rd District.
Same motion.
So ordered.
Item number 15.
Receive, file, and the county council be directed to prepare appropriate legislation. Same motion through item number 16. That would be the order.
Item number 17, 6th District.
Where are we at? 17? Receive, file, and the county council be directed to prepare the appropriate legislation.
So ordered.
Item number 18, 4th District.
Hold, please, and that will be the order.
Item number 19, 5th District.
Receive, file, and the county council be directed to prepare the appropriate legislation.
So ordered.
Item number 20.
Same motion. That would be the order. Add-ons, please.
Under add-ons, we have item number 1, 6th District.
All right. Receive, file, and the county council be directed to prepare the appropriate legislation.
So ordered.
Item number 2, 2nd District.
Same motion.
So ordered. County executive.
Nothing further to report.
No report of special committees. We'll move on to public forum. We have 7 speakers, and let's please keep our comments to 3 minutes. And first speaker, Jennifer Byrd.
Okay, I got you. Okay. But it'll pass.
Thank you for taking my comments. Jennifer Byrd, 9244 Laurel Hill Drive. I'm coming tonight to talk about the PDMP that you guys are looking into doing. I think, Mr. Page, you're sponsoring that. I have a number of problems with that whole concept. I don't know if any of you are familiar with pain management, and that is a program in which anyone who has chronic pain, and I'm not talking about I went to the dentist, got my impacted wisdom teeth pulled, and then I got a prescription for, a pain pill for a short temporary time. I'm talking about chronic pain, which is probably where the biggest problem is. you sign an agreement with a pain management physician, and that gives them permission to check with all of your other doctors, your insurance company, and area pharmacies to verify that you are not doctor shopping and you are not pharmacy shopping for your prescription pain medication. So the market has already provided a solution for that. I already know this. I know it personally because I dealt with my mother's chronic pain issues for the last 4.5 years, myself directly. And then we also have to consider the fact that really what it is a database, and I don't like the idea of my government collecting information on private individual citizens. What do eBay, Home Depot, Anthem, Sony, Department of Defense, and of course more locally, Target, Schnucks, have in common? They've all been hacked. So the more times your data is shared and stored, the more opportunities you have of having that be breached. And to me, it seems like it puts more innocents at risk than criminals. So I have a big problem with that. And again, I know that the market already has a solution for this. And then I have a problem with government decision-making at times. I mean, we've got Gary Buss that retired from St. Louis City with a $90,000 a year pension, which just blows my mind. I bet you none of these fine patrol officers are making close to that. The median U.S. household income is just under 60 grand, and he comes here and he's making 130 grand a year, plus gets a free car. So, there's decision-making things that are going on here that don't make sense to me, and I have a big problem with that. So I'm urging a no support on we call it a PDMP, Prescription Drug Monitoring Program. I'll thank you for your consideration.
Thank you. Demita, I can't. This was? Thank you.
Good evening, all of you. I hope it's not going to be a bad evening. This is primarily for Councilman Dr. Sam Page. I have some issues with my credit union, that's Electro Savings Credit Union at Maryland Heights, and the issue is related to my as being an applicant for the Board of Directors member. Very recently, there was an opening, or there were 3 openings, because as you know, board members are appointed for a three-year period, and there's a rotation. My research has shown that basically out of the 6, 3 are always appointing the other 3. That's fine, as long as there are not enough applicants. But the Missouri statute, or the bylaws of credit unions, says that board members should constantly be open to recruiting potential candidates. I have been a candidate. They are open to the idea that I should get 1,000 signatures, which is 5% of the membership. How am I going to get those 1,000 signatures by March 1? I need Dr. Sam Page to at least get, I have communicated with the bank president, CEO, as well as with the Missouri Credit Union, as well as with NCUA. Now, NCUA doesn't fall under the purview because they are the federal one. So this is, they have a charter under Missouri State. I need your help so that I can get at least the names of 20,000 potential members. They are not even divulging anything. How am I going to get money from it or even get the information about the database of primary members? This is not in the statute, but I need to have the bylaws under which the Electro Savings Credit Union operate, because then I get to see exactly what they're operating under. The bylaws of Missouri Credit Union is different because they do not have those restrictions. They just mentioned 5% membership signatures are required. Nothing else is mentioned. It doesn't say primary members, secondary members, but the bank is really raising the bar. I'm fine with challenging the incumbents, but I need some help. So I would like for you to help me out in that fashion, in whichever way you can.
Make a comment?
Sure.
I think your issue is with state law, but I'll be glad to talk to you after the meeting if you can hang around for a little bit.
Sure, no problem.
Dora Owens.
First of all, give honor to God, to our chair, Councilman O'Mara, and to Mr. Stinger. I'd like to say I'm still fighting the same battle. I submitted a separate petition had, I thought, a hearing this past Thursday against listening to Find My Children. But I want to share something else before I go there. I had submitted a petition at Adult Abuse Office, and if you can tell, it was, you can't tell from here, from where you're sitting, but I had asked for Judge McShane because I had another petition to receive restitution for a case of the M1400980 that I was found not guilty for trespassing in West University. The restitution was denied by Judge Dan Brown. So I went to see Judge McShane to see if she could help me because she had ordered the not guilty verdict. So in doing so, I didn't get Judge McShane. It was assigned to Judge Donnelly. And when I went to pick up the decision on the petition, it was given back to me denied. The ex parte was denied. But it's not denied by Judge Donnelly, it's denied by Judge Warner. So I went back and I said, well, I'll see if I can request a different judge. When I went back to pick up the packet, at the top of the front page of the petition is a date of 2/11/16 at 9 a.m., which tells me that they had initially planned to schedule this petition before Donnelly's court. I appeared to court, walked in the door, and was asked by Sheriff Williams what my name was. And I told him that I wasn't there until the 9 a.m. Docket. And when I came in and she called the 9 a.m. docket, she passed my name, it seems, and struck my name off, the roll call. So I stood and asked, Your Honor, did you complete roll call? I said, yes. She said, if you would just sit down, I'll call it again. So I sat down and she called it again. And she said, if you did not hear your name, you shall see the bailiff. I thought she was going to ask me to approach the bench so that I could confirm the documents that I had with her to find out why I was not on the docket. I spoke to the bailiff and I asked, he said, well, you're not on the docket. I said, well, how should I get on the docket? He said, you need to go back to Adult Abuse Office. So as I went down, I asked to speak to the supervisor. And I said, I have some critical issues. I have a home that I need to deal with. I have some children that are missing. I have restitution that I have been denied, and I'm trying to understand how to handle all of my situations here. And I was told by Sheriff Bailiff.
Time's up.
Thank you. God bless you.
Thank you. Abir Moten?
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Abir Moten, and I am homeless, and I'm advocating for all the homeless of St. Louis and surrounding areas. I am also the chairwoman for Global Bridge to the Future Fusion for Life Foundation. Before I start talking about the homeless services, I want to let you know that I would like to ask St. Louis County judges to respect me, and I am asking you to not let me have a judge. I filed papers in court because I have not seen my children since the beginning of school. When it started last year, they're missing. My children are missing. He's in contempt of court. And so I asked for a judge who's not a conflict of interest. So you're going to have to find someone who's decent, who's fair, and who won't discriminate or retaliate. That's the first thing I want to ask you, please. Second of all, I told you that I got out of that Salvation Army warming shelter. I went to several shelters in the city temporarily until it warms up. I'm not going to stay in the city. But I was being set up while I was there. The Horizon Club were setting me up still. Erica Donaldson is related to your officers in this building, Rayford, and several Rayfords in the city and county Rayfords, Erica Donaldson, and I'll send you more information via email who she's connected to. They got me eaten by bugs at Larry Rice. I got them all over. They had my face swollen, my back, my everything, and they were doing it because they were trying to set me up for a scenario with the mental health. What they did is, I went to AmeriCorps, and they let me volunteer from 1:00 p.m. to 9:30 on Friday because it was filthy, and I had to clean it, and I didn't mind cleaning it. And I do deep cleaning when I clean it. And what they did was, she moved me to the kitchen, they used a chemical to taint my eyes, to make my eyes watery and blurry, and the guy who was there, Mr. Parham, he's undercover, he put a big commercial can of spinach, opened the lid, and then kept it sitting upright so that when my eyes are tainted, as I wipe my eyes, I go like this, and guess what? Abby has a big, large cut either on her hand or wrist. And then they want to twist it then afterwards and say, well, she hurt herself. And then when they want to put someone on the Pathway System Network, people can make up a lie and ruin my name and defame me. So I just want to let you know that Reverend Raymond Redlick is a relative of Family Court Commissioner Terry Weiss. That's why he's in on it. Now, I want to ask you all, I am homeless, like a lot of people are homeless. Again, I ask you to hold accountability, the funding for the homelessness, and not for it to go to people who don't deserve the funding. I want housing. Thank you very much. Take care and have a wonderful evening.
Dr. Baruti.
Good evening. My name is Zaki Baruti. I'm here representing the Universal African Peoples Organization. And I hear it really as an extension of a prior meeting about 2 weeks ago to address Executive Steve Stenger with the position, first of all, of with your support of a letter of leniency for someone who had been convicted of a crime, including being part of firebombing a person's home. I could truly understand a letter of recommendation. However, I'm here to say that encouraging you to take the position of leniency for the many hundreds of people who are incarcerated here in the jails of St. Louis County and throughout this area. And I'm saying that directly to you in terms of encouraging you not to be a hypocrite, you know, in terms of pushing for social justice, and also to call to the attention not only you, but the whole council as relates to economic parity for all in our community in terms of, I believe there's supposed to be a disparity study for some project that's coming forward. I'm here to just advocate that going forward into the this coming year and the future years, that there should be economic parity as it relates to hiring and contracts that reflect the percentage of black people in this St. Louis County area. So I'm encouraging you on those two issues. So I would like to, at some point in time, know your position on leniency for those who are nonviolent offenders here in our jails.
Thank you. Tom Sullivan.
Mr. Chairman, I have a few things to mention. Last month, the county executive made 2 appointments to the MSD Board of Trustees, James Singer and Reverend Ronald Bobo. They are not off to a good start. Mr. Singer has missed his first 2 board meetings just within 30 days. This could be a record. He was on the phone for the second meeting last week. The appointees have voted 100% for everything, a perfect score on a rubber stamp index. In Sunday's Post-Dispatch, there was a story about the county executive wanting to send many millions more of county tax dollars to downtown St. Louis. This is in addition to the $180 million of county tax dollars for the Edward Jones Dome and $110 million of county tax dollars for Cardinals baseball stadium. The minutes from a Convention and Visitors Commission meeting said the chairman reported, quote, that the county executive and mayor have formed a partnership that will result in major improvements to all convention and tourism facilities. That's quite a commitment. Mr. Stenger must think St. Louis County has no problem, despite people, jobs, and revenue leaving in record numbers. 88,000 jobs were lost in the last decade, yet the county executive seems more concerned about the city. On this evening's agenda is correspondence from the county executive requesting the council fund $14 million bond issue for a soccer complex in Creve Coeur Park. Funding is to come from the hotel motel tax. I have long suggested the surplus from the tax be used more to benefit St. Louis County residents, maybe new sidewalks, streetlights, or playgrounds, or help stabilize neighborhoods, such as dealing with the very big problem of empty foreclosed houses, or more police officers, or to attract new retailers. In recent times, 5 major shopping centers have closed in the county. 4 were in North County. Another North County shopping center is on life support. This seems not to bother you, Mr. O'Meara, though this mostly concerns your district. A news article a few years ago about Jamestown Mall also listed all the retailers that closed just in the Halls Ferry corridor. Red Lobster, Deerberg's, Olive Garden, TJ Maxx, Office Max, Halls Ferry 14 Cinema, Showbiz Pizza, Wendy's, Target, Children's Palace, and Casa Gallardo's. I once counted more than 40 vacant retail spaces on Woodson Road between Natural Bridge and Page. Retail is important in retaining and attracting residents. This and other issues should be more of concern than soccer fields or propping up facilities in downtown St. Louis that continually drain tax dollars. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Ravi Jawhar.
Good evening. Thank you for letting me talk. My name is Ravi Jawhar. I'm an OBGYN in private practice in St. Louis County and also the past president of the St. Louis Metropolitan Medical Society and the incoming president of the Missouri State Medical Association. I'm here to talk on behalf of in favor of the PDMP that Dr. Page has proposed. As physicians, we are desperately looking for something of this type. It's been a major endeavor throughout the state for the last several years. Missouri is the only state in the United States that does not have a prescription drug monitoring program. I think the lack of a prescription drug monitoring program is harming patients in the community tremendously. There's a number of patients that could be benefited from getting into treatment programs. There's other patients that are not getting medications they need because of physicians' fear of whether they are drug seekers or not. There is, in all deference to the previous speaker who spoke against this, there is no system to monitor and find out at this time if someone is doctor shopping or prescription shopping. There is no system that's out there that's helpful. This is a tremendous step in the right direction, and as physicians, we would support this completely. And if there's anything that the local medical societies or the state medical society can do to help in the county's endeavors, we are 100% behind this in any way that we can help.
Thank you.
Thank you, Doctor.
Thanks.
Introduction of bills.
Bill number 28, introduced by Councilmember O'Meara, an ordinance authorizing the county executive to accept grants and program income totaling $8,230,315 from the United States Department of Housing and Urban Development, appropriating the same for support of the Community Development Block Grant Program, the Home Investment Partnership Program, and the Federal Emergency Shelter Grant Program, authorizing the county executive to execute necessary documents in support of said programs, authorizing the Director of Planning to execute supplemental cooperation agreements, homebuyer agreements, homebuyer regulatory agreements, and home improvement contracts for the rehabilitation of private properties, and authorizing the Director of Human Services to execute necessary Federal Emergency Shelter Grant agreements. Bill number 29, introduced by Councilmember O'Meara, an ordinance appropriating and setting apart the amount of $1,862,519 from the unappropriated balances of various funds for supported projects not completed in 2015. Bill number 30, introduced by Councilmember Page, an ordinance declaring the public necessity of and providing for the replacement of Lackland Road Bridge number 217 and establishing a public road designated as Lackland Road, lying entirely within the city of Maryland Heights, directing the acquisition of real property therefore, and authorizing the county executive to execute contracts, agreements, and related documents, AR-1284. Bill number 31, introduced by Councilmember O'Meara, an ordinance authorizing the county executive to execute a contract with Allscripts Healthcare LLC for adding a meaningful use special registry addendum to the master client lease agreement for the Health Information Management System. Bill number 32, introduced by Councilmember Irby, an ordinance authorizing the county executive to execute a contract with Triad Sports Management, Inc. for lease of the Fountain Lake Softball Complex. Bill number 33, introduced by Councilmember O'Meara, an ordinance approving acceptance of donation of $2,000 from the Missouri Police Chiefs Charitable Trust, appropriating same for support of the DARE unit. Bill number 34, introduced by Councilmembers Irby, Page, Wassinger, O'Meara, Dolan, O'Leary, and Harder. An ordinance amending Title 12, St. Louis County Revised Ordinances 1974 as amended, Traffic Code, by deleting one provision from Schedule 1, 6 provisions from Schedule 3, 3 provisions from Schedule 4, 4 provisions from Schedule 5, 4 provisions from Schedule 6, 110 provisions from Schedule 9, and 1 provision from Schedule 14, and by enacting and adding 2 provisions to Schedule 1, 2 provisions to Schedule 2, 6 provisions to Schedule 3, 10 provisions to Schedule 4, 4 provisions to Schedule 5, 7 provisions to Schedule 6, 4 provisions to Schedule 7, 48 provisions to Schedule 9, and 2 provisions to Schedule 14. Bill number 35, introduced by Councilmember O'Meara, an ordinance authorizing the county executive to execute a contract with Strategic Cost Control, Inc. for administration of unemployment claims. Bill number 36, introduced by Councilmembers Page, O'Meara, Dolan, and O'Leary, an ordinance amending Chapter 602, Title 6, St. Louis County Revised Ordinances 1974 as amended, Public Health, by enacting and adding 9 new sections pertaining to development and administration of a program for monitoring the prescribing and dispensing of Schedule 2, 3, and 4 controlled substances by professionals licensed to prescribe or dispense such substances within St. Louis County, establishing penalties for violations thereof, authorizing the county executive to accept grants and donations in support of the monitoring program, and appropriating same upon receipt for support of the monitoring program. Mr. Chairman, that's all the bills.
Perfection of bills.
Bill number 8, introduced by Councilmember O'Meara.
Hold, please.
Bill number 24, introduced by Councilmember O'Meara.
Sure. This time, before we move forward, I'd like to move Bill number 36 into the Health Committee. And I believe, Councilman Page, you have a time that you're looking at?
Well, I'll second your motion and tell you that we would like to post this for Thursday afternoon at 1:30.
Okay. Do we need a motion for that?
Not for the setting, but the motion to set it to committee has been seconded.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
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 Any opposed? Ayes have it. Motion carries. We will move Bill number 36 to Health Committee, and Councilman Page has set the time and date for
Thursday at 1:30.
Great.
In the conference room.
Perfect. Okay.
Bill number 24, introduced by Councilmember O'Meara.
I can take it up, move for perfection, Bill number 24.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Ayes have it. Motion carries. Bill number 24 is perfected.
Bill number 25, introduced by Councilmember Harder.
I'd like to move to perfect Bill number 25.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Ayes have it. Motion carries. Bill number 25 is perfected.
Bill number 26, introduced by Councilmember O'Meara.
I can take it up, move for perfection, Bill number 26.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Ayes have it. Motion carries. Bill number 26 is perfected.
Bill number 27, introduced by Councilmember Harder.
I move to perfect Bill number 27.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Ayes have it. Motion carries. Bill number 27 is perfected.
Final passage of bills, we have Bill number 116, introduced by Councilmember Dolan.
Please hold Bill number 116.
So ordered.
Bill number 23, introduced by Councilmember O'Meara.
Take it up, move for final passage, Bill number 23. Roll call, please.
Councilmember Irby.
Aye.
Councilmember Page.
Aye.
Councilmember Wassinger.
Aye.
Councilmember O'Meara.
Aye.
Councilmember Dolan.
Aye.
Councilmember O'Leary. Councilmember Harder.
Aye.
Mr. Chairman, on Bill number 23, there are 6 ayes and 1 absent.
Bill number 23 is finally passed.
Under resolutions this evening, we have 3 resolutions.
I move for adoption of resolutions 1, 2, and 3.
Roll call, please.
Councilmember Erby?
Aye.
Councilmember Page?
Aye.
Councilmember Wassinger? Councilmember O'Meara?
Aye.
Councilmember Dolan?
Aye.
Councilmember O'Leary? Councilmember Harder?
Aye.
Mr. Chairman, on resolution numbers 1, 2, and 3, there are 5 ayes and 2 absent.
Resolutions 1, 2, and 3 are adopted.
Under new business this evening, we have 3 prepared orders.
Move adoption of orders 1, 2, and 3.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Ayes have, motion carries. Orders 1, 2, and 3 are adopted.
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Ayes have, motion carries. We are adjourned.